Welcome to the Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. I'm PGA golf professional Jimmy Hanlin.
And I'm Claire Hogle.
Claire and I today are at Stonewater Golf Club, and we've got great tips all over this golf course for you. Claire's got all the shots. We're going to show them to them, right?
Yes, we are.
First and foremost, chipping. Are you a good chipper?
Yes.
I'm a very, 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 very average chipper, right?
Oh.
But I've got great tips, though. I got great things to make you
so
better.
We're still in good hands.
Yeah, we're in good hands. I can teach, I just can't actually do as much, right?
That's fine here.
But tight fairways here at Stonewater. So I have multiple different ways that I want to show you guys how to hit shots, different shots, right? Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to just talk about what your body does, right? So I am going to have you take let's go pitching wedge first. Let's go pitching wedge.
All right.
I'm going to take these two clubs. We're going to sit them down right here. So normally when I'm watching people chip, one of the big problems they have is they're kind of wide in their stance, Claire, and they kind of just move all over the place. And it's really hard to kind of hit in the same place every single time, right?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do is I want you to set up like you would for a chip. So Claire sets up, you can see her feet are a little close together. You know, she's got her hands a little bit forward, but we're gonna change this for you. This is a drill, get back down there. I want you to take one leg and put it over the other one like this. So there you go. You can move the ball position, so you can move back, both those feet back. Oh, that was good right there, right?
Yeah.
So why I'm going to have Claire hit chip shots this way is because it's going to keep her lower body very still. She's still going to rotate through. As you can see, her shoulders are still moving, and she's opening herself up as she chips the ball, but it's going to allow her to stay and hit in the same place every single time. So hit a chip shot with this right here, Claire. Good. So as you saw there, the key for Claire is that she stayed centered. She stayed right on top of it, right? So she was able to focus on just hitting the golf ball first.
Yeah.
Right, which is really key.
That's typically how I hit chips.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. I want to hit the golf ball first. You said you're a good chipper,
No,
right?
like on the course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very still, right? And with your feet crossed, right? Don't do that on a course. Just do it on a range, right?
Practice.
Okay, second thing that we want to work on. So that's how I want your body to use. You know, I want you to have your motion to work in that direction, right? She used her shoulders to do that. Second thing is, what do we think about? What are we doing, right? So right now, Claire has a ton of green to work with here. There's nothing really in her way that's gonna get her in trouble, okay? So me, Lee Trevino, Jack Nicklaus, all those old golf pros, they'll tell you, keep the ball on the ground as long as you can. We don't need to get this ball up in the air. There's no reason at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Claire take an actual 6-iron right here.
Wow.
She's gonna take a 6-iron, and I'm gonna allow her to chip this ball, and I want that ball to land on the ground somewhere around in here and go to the hole. 6-iron.
Okay.
Stay very steady, keep the ball down.
Just regular stance?
Regular stand. So I'm gonna tell you one other thing. Tell me when you're ready. You're already doing it. Good, go ahead. So what you'll see with Claire is, though, she gets very vertical in her stance, which is good, right? Back away a little bit. I do not want you like a regular golf shot backed away, even a little bit more back away. So like a normal golf shot, I do not want you like this, right? I want it, there you go. I want this to look like a putter, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna look like a putter. You're putting with loft is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You're putting with loft, right? Let's see
Just
it.
treat it like a long putter.
Yep, long putt right here. Very good. Ball stays on the ground, rolls to the hole. That's the second thing. So now we're getting really good at chipping now, right? We're getting this, right? Next thing, we're gonna go pitching wedge again, okay? So now what we have to think about is, what do we do once we've made our decision? So I've taught Claire how to hit the shot, and I've kind of told her how we want to hit different clubs depending on what we want to do. Now we have to focus on how do we become more consistent? You and I have talked about that a lot in your golf game. You have all the shots, you just would like to become a little more consistent.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
The best chippers in the world, Jason Day, best chipper I've ever been around and watched chip the golf ball before. There's only one thing he focuses on. Where do I want to land this ball, right? You have a pitching wedge in your hand right here, right?
Yes.
That means that ball is going to roll out a little bit, okay? So right now, I'm your caddy. We're going to figure out how far we want to go. So I'm going to say to you, if you fly that pitching wedge probably to about right here, I think it'll get to the hole.
Okay.
So what Claire is going to do and what you guys are going to do right now is you're going to forget about the hole. You have your pitching wedge. All you're going to try to do is hit your normal pitch shot and have it land where that tee's at right there. Okay?
Okay.
There's no hole. Forget about the hole. We'll see if I'm a good caddy and if she lands it there, it gets there, right? No hole here. She gets vertical. She gets there. Fly it to that tee. Oh my gosh, she almost hit it. Let's see if I'm a good caddy. Bad caddy there. because she
Close.
needed to fly it a little bit further. Awesome shot right there by Claire. She landed it on a tee. Find a spot. That's a great thing right there. So the next time she hits that shot with that pitching wedge, she's going to practice a lot. She's probably going to know she needs to carry it a little bit further.
Yeah,
okay?
that's super important. I never hit a chip on the course without knowing where I'm going to land it.
Where you want to land it.
Yeah.
It's not about where the hole is. Where do we want the ball to land?
Yeah.
And how's it going to react depending on what club we're going to use, right?
Yes.
Okay. Last things, I told you I'm going to give you a lot. This is a big lesson
I'm ready.
right here, okay?
I'm ready.
So you guys can two-part this. You could DVR it, you know, pause it for a while, take it all in if you need to, right? Okay. Now we're going to go on how do we change the trajectory of a shot? And I'm going to drive you a little crazy here because I'm going to tell you right now, you've never heard this before, I'm going to bet you, right? So I like to change the trajectory of a shot. She has a sand wedge in her hand right now by changing my grip. It's that simple. You can change your grip. So go ahead and set up to it. So if I want Claire to hit a normal shot right here, she's got her hands just in her normal grip, right? Mm-hmm. She's getting ready to set up and hit it. So go ahead and set up and hit this shot.
You want me to hit it?
Yep. So you saw her normal trajectory right there. Very good chip with that ball, right? Let's go to the next ball right here.
Okay.
So go ahead and set up to it. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to weaken your grip. What do I mean by weaken her grip? She's gonna take her left hand and put it a little more on top. She's gonna take her right hand and put it a little more on top, right? She's gonna allow that club face to be about the same, just stay there.
Okay.
Now I want her to make the exact same stroke, just with a weaker grip and a square club face.
Okay.
So try to feel the exact same thing. You'll
Okay.
see the trajectory and how it works. See how
Much
that
higher.
ball came out a lot higher and a lot softer because she changed her grip. Brought one more ball. We're gonna go to lower now. How do I get Claire to hit a little bit lower? All right, there you go, strengthen the grip. This goes over here, a little motorcycle, right down there. Grip it up, there you go. A little more of a square club face. Now watch how this one comes out a lot lower just by changing your grip. Very good, very good.
Great.
All right, folks, when we come back, we've got more golf to help you right here on the Swing Clinic. It's all presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. All right, welcome back into the Swing Clinic, presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. And Claire and I have found ourselves in the bunker. Are you a good bunker player?
I think I'm pretty good.
Pretty good bunker player?
Yeah.
So one of the most asked questions for me in a bunker is like, you know, what do I hit? Do I hit the ball? Do I hit the sand? How far behind do I hit in the sand? What do I do? So I'm a very visual person because I'm not very smart, so you have to show me how to do things, right? So I've drawn two lines to give you an idea. So typically I like to see people hit about an inch behind the ball. We do not want to hit any ball, by the way. No golf ball in the sand. What's that? What sound does you hear when you're in the sand? Is a little click?
Yeah.
That's a bad sound.
That should send terror through your entire body.
Terror, exactly right. So we want to stay away from that, right? So what we want to do is we want to visualize like what we want to do. The problem with going into the sand is not only do we want to hit the sand about an inch behind, we want to keep going through the sand, right? Because if we hit it in the sand and we stop, ball's not going anywhere either, right? So I've done a little kindergarten game here for Claire to help her a little bit.
Let's put some extra lines and play tic-tac-toe
Yeah, play
after.
tic-tac-toe. We can finish that, right? So I want you to set up. I don't want you to hit the ball. I want you to go in between these two. And I just want you to feel hitting that sand there and taking out that sand right in the middle, okay? So no ball. We're practicing without the golf ball. You guys can practice without
right
the
in
golf
between.
ball.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right in between. So hit right on that line and hit the sand. Perfectly done by Claire. You could see her divot.
Maybe even just a little before.
Yeah, a little bit, not too bad. Started prior to the sand, but she got all the way through it, so she didn't stop, right?
Yes.
So you can imagine lines, honestly. When you're hitting these bunker shots, you can actually imagine a line behind it and forget the ball's there.
Yes.
I honestly tell people sometimes when they're hitting bunker shots, don't even look at the ball, right? Look at the spot where you want to do it. So,
I do that.
So hit me a shot.
Okay.
That's why you're so good.
Part of the reason.
hit me a shot, pick out your spot, and do the same thing you just did. All the way through. Really, really good shot right there, okay?
Thank you.
So again, we could test ourselves. This is, again, kindergarten test, right? You could see where her divot started and she swung through the ball, okay? Now we're gonna show you a little bit about what bad can happen, right? I want you to hit that sand, but don't swing through it. Just hit down on that spot. Pick it up, just hit down, but don't finish through it, because that's what I see a lot, right? Watch what'll happen when Claire does this, right?
You want me to hit the shot?
Yeah, hit the shot, but don't, just hit the spot, but don't swing through. Yeah, she stopped, and that's what's going to happen. She
Yeah.
got lucky, it got out and went around, but
Not
she
good.
didn't finish through that at all, and that's a lot of times what we see.
Yeah.
The other thing I see bad is, and I'm not going to make you waste a golf ball here, is just hitting too close to the golf ball.
Yeah, we got waterlogged.
And it flies, right? So really, really good. I mean, you were excellent at that, right? So another question I get is, how do I control the distance in the sand? It's hard, right, when you're hitting this shot.
Yeah.
How hard do I hit it? So I'm going to show you a really easy way to do that, right? So if the pin was right here on the edge, go ahead and set up to it, Claire. What I would ask Claire to do is I'm just going to have her open that face up a little bit, right? So we're going to open it up a little bit.
Okay.
This is going to allow her to still hit down through it, but it's going to flop up and go a little softer, right? Now this pin is all the way back there. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm just going to have you take this face and square it up a little bit more, right? So
Yeah.
the way I control the distance easily for this position here is a little more open, higher and softer. A little more closed, it'll go a little further.
Yep.
So because this shot's a little longer, I'm gonna allow you to close it. Plus you're on a little bit of an uphill lie too. So
Yeah.
let's do it. Close it up a little bit.
Okay.
This is gonna allow this ball to fly to the flag a little bit further.
Okay.
She's just focusing on her spot. Yep, focus on, look at that ball flying right to the hole.
Yeah. That's an
Oh,
easy way to do it.
That good, you're so good. When we come back, we got more tips right here on the Swing Clinic presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics.
Welcome back to Swing Clinic presented by Beacon Orthopedics. We dumped Jimmy for this segment, but we do have Joe Meglin. He is the Director of Player Development here at Stonewater Golf Club. Joe, what are we going to work on today?
Well, I heard you were bombing on TrackMan, so I wanted to help you get a little bit more speed if we could.
Yes.
And I just want to talk about how the hip works in the golf swing, where we want to try to create a little bit more rotation here and allow that right side to extend. So
Okay.
go ahead, let's set up to the ball here.
Alrighty.
So if you could, in your backswing, I want you to feel like your right knee extends as you let that hip perfect, just like that. That's absolutely,
Okay.
that'll allow a little bit more shoulder turn and allow you to create a little bit longer backswing and create more distance.
So it almost feels like my spine is sort of heading
Yeah.
toward the target as opposed to
Yeah,
over
you see
here.
a lot of those guys now, they're going this way at the top of the swing. Dustin
Yeah.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Bubba Watson, to create a lot of speed.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Whew.
That was great.
Yeah, I lost track of the ball on the backswing there.
Yeah, you go a lot further back there.
Yeah, but I felt the speed through there. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Normally I see a lot of players tend to keep this flexed, and then they can't really rotate that hip as
Yes.
much when they go back. So
Yes.
allow that to extend and you're gonna get a lot more speed.
You know what? That was me, and I'm actually working on rebuilding that hip turn because I had a coach tell me to shorten it, and everything started going shorter. So I really like
Absolutely.
this tip. Yeah,
Great.
it's something I'm actually working on in my game. All right. That was an awesome tip. Thank you so much, Joe. We are going to go ahead and find Jimmy somewhere out on the golf course. Stay tuned for more tips here on the Swing Clinic. You're here with us on the Swing Clinic presented by Beacon Orthopedics. Jimmy, my fairway wood gives me the most trouble of all the clubs in my bag.
Well, I think that's everybody, Claire.
What do we do?
It's hard, right? I agree. What do we do? So first things first is it has the least amount of loft, right? So you have a 15 degree, which is barely more than a driver, and we're trying to hit it off the ground.
Yes.
And oh, by the way, we're trying to hit it 200 and some yards over water. So it's the hardest shot in golf, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. So,
Yes.
but I'm going to give you a few things that are going to help you hit it more solid and give you some more confidence, right?
Okay.
So I think the biggest key, Claire, is that, go ahead and set up, is that this ball's on the ground and you have no loft,
Yeah.
right? So what happens? People are trying to help it off the ground. Go ahead and hold on to it. So they're staying back here and they're trying to scoop it off the ground and get it up in the air, and that's what you see. What normally is what you see is that, right? They top
Yeah,
it, right?
right.
And that's normal for fairway woods. It makes it very difficult.
Uh-huh.
So, but part of the reason that they do that, Claire, is that I'm going to have you take your swing to the top. So they take it to the top, and as they come down through, start to come down through the golf ball, because they're trying to help it off the ground, they don't do what Claire does, and they kind of let this arm bend a little bit, right? And because they're trying to help, and they kind of scoop it up. So it's like this. It's like this, right? It's like, yeah, I'm trying to help the golf ball up in the air get bent. They never extend through the golf ball,
Okay.
right? That's really the key, is really to extend through the golf ball. So I'm going to show you two things right now to extend. First, you're going to give me that club, right? I want you to set up in your normal setup, right? I want you to take the club back, just like you would. And when you turn through, I want you to straighten both arms as much as you can. Straighten them. That's it right there. See that move? All I want you to do is feel your elbows straighten and turn through the shot.
Yeah.
Straighten and turn through the shot. Take me a practice swing and feel it.
Okay.
So again, straighten and turn through the shot. And you see what happens there. She gets down through the shot and she brushes the grass. because she's straightening her arms.
Yeah.
You guys don't do that because you're trying to help it up and your arms bend, right? You get this kind of motion here.
Yeah.
So feel those elbows, not your hands. I don't want you going like this. I just want you straightening your arms, but you can't stop turning. If you stop turning, we're going to be looking in that left woods for the ball over there,
Okay.
right? So straighten it. Let me see you feel it right here. Turn and straighten. Feel the extension through the golf ball. Big key right here. Oh, very good. Very good. That's all over it right
Yeah,
there.
if I hit all my fairway woods like that, I
You'd be
don't
happy,
think
right?
I would be saying.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
I think
right?
I'd be much
So,
trouble.
Got it up in the air a little higher. So I promise you guys, if you feel your arm straighten at impact and keep turning, the ball go up higher.
Yeah.
You'll hit down through it like Claire did, and it'll be really good. So I'm going to give you another drill, but another feeling like that. So go ahead and set up to it, okay? So take your right hand off. Actually, flip the club around for me. Flip it around. I want you to grab it down by the head of the club. So take it like that, right? Good. Okay, take your right hand off, right? And I want you to hand me the grip of the club right here. So extend. There you go. Extend as much as you can right there, right? So we're right there. Now what I want you to do, go actually get into your posture square. There you go. Now I want you to reach that right hand all the way down as far as you can. Reach it. So look what happens right here when she extends. Go ahead and hold on to it. There. Look what happens when she extends right there. She's off her back foot. Her right hip is through, and that's great extension. That's where we want to get right here with a 3-wood through the ball, right? Feel it?
Yeah.
And listen, she's young and good shape. You're really going to feel it. You know, if you're my age, you're really going to feel it. So I'm pulling on her and I'm getting her through the golf ball. So let's do it again.
Okay.
Set up to it.
With the
Yeah,
club
we'll do it
the
that
normal
way.
way.
Yeah, hold it normal way.
Okay.
Hand it to me with just your left hand. Right hand off. I'm going to straighten you out. There you go. Now really extend to get to that grip. Good. She's really extended through it. So now go ahead and hit a shot and feel the same thing. Feel that extension through the ball. Good. Go ahead and rip one. Knock it on the green. So we're talking about arm straightening, extending through the ball. This is going to allow you to get down through the golf ball and stop trying to help it up. Wow. Oh my gosh, I might go in.
Thank
All right,
you.
when we come back, we've got a lot more instruction for you. We're going to have you hitting it just like her right here on the Swing Clinic presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics. Welcome back into the Swing Clinic presented by Beacon Orthopedics. We are here in the middle of the fairway because that's what Claire does. She just stripes it down the middle of the fairway, right? And we're going to work on iron shots, or this actually pertains to woods too, and how people kind of come over the top and struggle with it. And we're going to fix that. We're going to give you a great drill and feeling to do it. So go ahead and set up to it. So what I'm talking about is Claire's going to take this club to the top, right? And a lot of you want to hit it hard, right? So when you want to hit it hard, go ahead and start down. A lot of times what we see is people open up too much, right? And they go this way.
Yes.
Look what happened to the club. Do it again. Stay at the top. Stay. Open too early. Yep. Over the top. So what we see is her path comes out here instead of what she normally does is down here, right? So when it comes out here, what we see is normally slices or pulls, depending on what you do with your club face, right?
Yes.
So, and that can happen to the best players in the world. I mean, even yourself, you know, you get a little quick right from the top.
Yes.
You open up, right?
I've been getting steep lately, and quick from the top is my big miss.
That's it, right? When she gets steep, what she means by that is her shoulders open too early, the club comes down into the ball too much. So this is how we're going to fix it. Set up to the ball. So when she takes the club to the top, what we're going to work on is her left arm, which is your forward arm. When she starts down, go ahead and start down. We're going to keep this arm close to her body. Keep it as close to her body as long as she can. She's actually, look what happens. She's still closed, right? I'm not letting her go. I'm holding her closed. So the arm's close to her body and she's closed. Now, from there, bam, right?
Yep.
Can kill the ball, right? So do it again. So if you get steep or you slicing away, keep your left shoulder closed a little longer. Keep this left arm close to the body. From that position right there, it is go zone from there, right? And it all happens from about here to here. So all you're gonna feel is your left arm sliding down your chest right there. That's it. It just stays there and slides down her chest. If she could just feel from there, that left arm falling down her chest, from here it is just go time, pivot, fire, and go, right? So hit one just like that. This is, if you're an over the topper, if you're a slicer, if your irons go out and get weak, it's boom to there and go. Feel the forward arm slide down the chest and just pivot and go, right? So that's the opposite of what just happens. Claire hit that one a little left. I'm kind of glad you did that, actually. So she hit that one a little left. So she overcooked what we were trying to do, right? So all we're gonna have her do it again is do the exact same thing. Feel that. She was just a little bit late in her pivot, so try it again.
Okay.
Front arm is all you're focusing on, from here to here. And the only way to do that is keep that left shoulder closed a little bit longer.
Okay.
So Claire's natural golf swing is this is what she does. It's just her normal golf swing. Just make your normal golf swing. Left arm stays close to the chest and allow her to get in that position. Oh yeah, and fire it. And that's exactly what we want to feel right there. That's your golf swing, right?
That's my golf swing.
But when you just, like you just told me, if you feel like that you get a little steep, if you're a good player and you feel like you get a little steep, it's normally from those shoulders open a little bit early,
Yeah.
right? You're not able to keep that right arm and that left arm in there and stay
Yes.
tight. So that goes for, if you're a 30 handicapper or you're a 2 handicapper, this drill can help you a lot, right?
100%.
So-
1,000%.
1,000%, more than 100%, 1,000%. Hey, we fixed a lot today. It was
We
fun,
sure
huh?
did,
So
yes.
if you miss a green, we showed you how to get it up and down. You got 4 or 5 options of what you want to do. It was all good. You did a good job.
Thank you. You guys should be set.
Absolutely. All right, we want to thank, obviously, Claire, Stonewater Golf Club. Joe Meglin, our guest today, was wonderful. And I
Yeah.
want to thank all of you also for joining us this week on the Swing Clinic. And that's all presented to you by Beacon Orthopedics.